It's tuxedo time. What's going on, everyone? MikeO back with an SGC grading reveal. It's more of a highlights of an order that came in. This is a personal order. I think I sent in 80 cards, and every single one of them is from 2020 Topps 206 Wave number 1. Got really excited when I broke a bunch of that product. Had a lot of fun with it. I personally love the product. It's actually seems to have caught on in popularity a lot with the true collectors out there. Wave 1 kind of was produced higher than I think they anticipated due to the influx of orders. People went bonkers with it because, of course, everything was so hard to find there. So you had a lot of flippers buying it and then being let down when it was really difficult to hit crazy good stuff slash, flip those boxes. So production on waves 2 through 5 dropped by I think it dropped from 70,000 to 25,000. Those are just numbers I threw out there, but they're somewhat similar to that. Anyway, sent in a bunch of these to SGC. Can't lie, at the time, certainly expected to get these back during the season. It took a while. Like I said, this was early July, and they came back here in early to mid-November. So long wait, but it's happening with all the grading companies right now. Shout out to Nolan, Eliteco 3. Hopefully SGC compensating a little bit there with Tuxedo Time. Definitely something that he pushed pretty strong. Call them the Black Tuxes. Anyway, let's get on with the reveal. Like I said, this is just a highlight. 80 cards. I pretty much pulled out one of each. Overall, I did fair. I'd say they were a little harder than I anticipated. I got a few more 9s than I expected. Definitely got my share of 9.5s and got my share of 10s. Really, with these, it's the centering, I'd say, is the biggest issue. I mean, of course, like anything, you got to watch the corners, edges, surface, but centering seems to be a strong issue. So here's a Garrett Cole that received a Gem 10. Just pretty much pulled out one of each to show off here. I think they look really good in the Tux. I have a lot from Wave 2 through 5 to send in, but with SGC currently not allowing bulk submissions, bulk pricing, and raising the prices by $5, I'm either going to wait or go with PSA. I'm not sure which yet, but here's a Gavin Lux, and I do love the Tux for the minis. Obviously looking sharp, looking good. So there's the Gavin Lux. If you haven't seen the 206 cards, that is what the back looks like. It's a cool looking card. Mariano Rivera. This is the Piedmont in a 10 gem mint. Piedmont back. Just the variations. A little easier. I mean, still tough, but a little easier to get. More difficult parallels. Piedmonts are usually a couple per pack, but some of the other ones a little easier in the later series just due to the lower production. This is a Mike Schmidt. Sent in 4 of these. I believe I got 9.5 on all 4. So something slight defect obviously on this, but that's awesome for the Phillies collection. Go to Roberto Clemente, 10 gem mint. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in a 10. Reggie Jackson in a 10. Most of these I had duplicates of. Here's a Piedmont parallel, Buster Posey, 9.5. Like Mike Trout, I think I sent in 5 of them. Got a couple 9s, a couple 9.5s, and maybe 2 10s. Well, this is the Piedmont, so I only got the 110, but it's a cool Mike Trout for the Trout collection. And usually when I'm sending in cards specifically for the collection, I'll send multiples. Just I'm trying to get one in, the highest grade possible. And then if, I do well enough, then you can move a couple to help pay for the costs of grading. It's a Vlad Guerrero, Piedmont in a 10. Johnny Bench. But this is a fun set. I just put together the set finally in binders. I'm missing a couple cards that they're on their way. So once they get here and they are loaded into the binder, I will do a set reveal. 50 cards over 5 series, so 250 total cards. Beautiful, beautiful set. Here's a Mariano Rivera in a 10. It's a Freddie Freeman, 10 gem mint. MVP Freddie. 9.5 on Glaber Piedmont. Did hit one pristine. The only pristine was a Piedmont parallel of Tony Gwynn. So got the gold label there. Tony Gwynn pristine. So that's a cool one there that I will keep for the collection. And some of these are in team bags just because the ones on the end, when they send these in the boxes, SGC does a great job of stacking them right across, whatever it is, 20 I guess or so, 25 maybe fit in there, and they put the ones on each end in the sleeves, and then they rubber band them up to help prevent movement. So I appreciate them putting them in the sleeves, otherwise the rubber band rubs and scuffs up the slabs. There's a Piedmont parallel of Babe Ruth in a 10 gem mint. And a 9.5 Sweet Caporal. There's the back there. And the Old Mill. It's another tougher parallel, 10 gem. And then the base. I haven't decided what I'm going to keep with the Babe Ruth yet. I mean, I'm definitely going to probably keep the base. I just don't know if I'm going to keep the parallels. There's a Piedmont Larry Doby. I probably didn't grab it, but I definitely have a base as well. But a 10 gem mint on the sweet looking Larry Doby. Pete Alonso. Scott Kingery. I did send him one Scott Kingery. I was pretty confident I would get a 10, and at the time I was just kind of sending in. I was planning on getting, an entire Phillies team set slabbed. I don't know if that'll happen now. I would have to some of the other series I didn't purchase as many of, so I used for my sets, but it's obviously a consideration. They didn't make a crazy amount of Phillies. I'm trying to think. I mean, they made 2 in this first series. I'd say they probably made like 7 or 8 total, but that'd be a possibility. Carl Yastrzemski, Gem 10. And then JT Realmuto. This is a Piedmont. So I just grabbed the Piedmont there. I'm sure I have a base. Actually, there are 3 in this wave. Schmidt, Kingery, and Realmuto. 3 fills. Of course, not sure how long JT will be with the Phillies. We'll see. Off-season's underway. But that's a little look at some of what I got back from SGC. Stack of slabs. It was 79 total. I don't have a breakdown of what I got. I was anticipating mostly 9.5s or 10s. Did definitely get more 9s than I expected. I think SGC, though, they're strict on the centering, which they should be. And overall, happy with the order. Little disappointed with SGC's current standing. I get it, and I'm happy that they are taking the measures they deem necessary to catch up and hopefully to reset and move along at a quicker pace going forward. But to continue using their services for certain cards, specifically some of the modern stuff, I mean, they're going to have to get to a place and revert back to previous pricing and closer to what they used to be with turnaround times. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Obviously, that's something that we'll touch on and discuss in the future. Hopefully, hear from SGC. Shot a message. I know they're probably getting bombarded. Haven't heard back yet, but we'll see maybe next week. Anyway, comment below. Let me know what you think of SGC, Topps 206, and what do you think they look like in the black tux. I think they look sweet. I think they are awesome looking for the collection. So definitely an option to use, and there's so many things that you can collect in this hobby. So many things produced. I understand there's a lot of sets, but honestly, it's probably a good thing because it gives us a good selection of stuff to choose from when we collect. All right, guys, let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you next time. Have a great one.